back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create this look by doing a wet set with alternating patterns. So go ahead and stay tuned to see how I got this look, and I will also, before the tutorial, be going through the products that I used in today's video, so please stay tuned. So I want to start with the setting lotion, which is extremely essential when doing wet sets because it is what keeps your curls intact for so long. The one I'm currently using is by Nairobi. I have used a lot of body setting lotion in the past. I've been using this one for some time now and I have no complaints. It's absolutely wonderful. And you want to create a solution, so you don't want to use just pure setting lotion because it will make your hair very crunchy and heavy. So just have a spray bottle and mix half water, half setting lotion. I bought this spray bottle on the Sally Beauty website, and it's fantastic because you can kind of hold down the handle and it creates a beautiful mist. And so next I want to go over the brushes that I'll be using today, and the most important one is the styling brush. And for years now I have been using and recommending the Denman 7-row styling brush. I've been using this for many of my tutorials in the past, and it's still the one I use today and I love it. I recently bought this one because my other one I've had for so long I thought I was due for a new one. So absolutely love the Denman 7-row styling brush. And next is a teasing brush. So teasing comb or teasing brush, either one would work. They are great for creating volume, of course, teasing the top of your hair, also teasing the bottom so that your curls do stay intact. A lot of vintage hairstyles do practice this method to keep them intact for the entire day, especially if you are going to be going outside and facing the elements, whether that's humidity or wind. For this particular style, I didn't use any teasing. I just wanted to have the that very loose and bouncy style for today. So what I did use it for, though, is to brush down little flyaways, those little hairs that stick up. So what I do is I just lightly brush them down. It smooths down the hair, and then you can either spray it down with some hairspray or use pomade to smooth out those flyaways. And then an essential tool for styling any style, not just vintage hair, is a rat tail comb. It's great for creating those parts. And so basically always recommend just having one. I like using them to style my hair. They're fantastic. So another really important thing that we'll be using, of course, is the curler or roller. So in my tutorials before, I have used pin curl sets, and I've also been using, I've done foam rollers, which are pretty bulky and uncomfortable, but they do their job and create beautiful vintage hairstyles. So today, for this style, we'll be using pillow rollers. These are made of a satin material, and it's basically just a piece of foam with some wiring that goes through. So when you roll up your hair and you're ready to set it, you just fold the ends in and the wire keeps them in place, and they are much more comfortable to sleep in if you're doing overnight wet sets, which I tend to do. So I highly recommend these. These are from the brand Goody. They are a really pretty well-known brand, I think. I purchased mine on Amazon, but I think they might be available at your local drugstore. They came in a pack of 16, and I bought 2 because I have quite a bit of hair, so I wanted to make sure I didn't run out. And let's move on to bobby pins. Bobby pins are very important. I didn't use any in my hair today, but I do recommend having them on hand in case you want to do a style that would require them. And the ones I use are the Meta Grip bobby pins. You can purchase these at Sally's Beauty. They're fantastic because they are very strong. They will hold your hair in place, and they come in this large jar of 300, which is fantastic because we all know that we lose use most of our bobby pins, as you can see here. So they'll last you a really long time. And lastly, I just wanted to show you some clips that you could use for your hair. So for this style, I used duckbill clips. They're fantastic for shaping your hair or using it to kind of clip the hair down so it doesn't move when you're brushing the rest. I also recently purchased these. These you could use for that same purpose or for when you're doing pin curls. And they are these little pin curl clips, and they come with a little piece of plastic here. And what the plastic serves for is it helps prevent indentations in your pin curls. So these are fantastic. I'm sure I just bought them. I haven't used them yet, but these were always highly recommended. And I think that is it as far as things that I have used or will be using in this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and as well as any recommendations on videos you would like me to do as far as hairstyles or anything else, please let me know. And if you also have any recommendations on where to purchase products like these or similar products, please let me know. I just want to make sure that they're accessible to everybody, and especially if you know of any like small businesses, please let us know in the comments below. And yeah, go ahead and stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. So I want to start off by showing you the type of hair I have. So as far as the length, it is just past my shoulders, and for the most part it is one length, except for the front. As you can see, I've been trying to grow out my bangs there for quite some time. My hair is pretty thick, but it's very, very straight, which is why I love doing these wet sets, because that's the only time my hair will really hold a curl. So let's begin by sectioning off the first part of the hair. So right above the temples there, we're going to meet in the very back and just section off that top part with a clip or hair tie, whichever one is best for you. It's not going to be perfect. As you can see, I missed a few pieces there, but you know what? It still works. So go ahead and just section off that hair, and then you want to make sure to tie the bottom part off. So now we're gonna start with the top part there. What we're gonna do is create our side part. So, you know, whatever your preference is, I always do mine on the right side. So the left side of my head is going to be the larger part of the side part, and then the right is going to be the smaller part. So we're going to focus on the larger side right now, and we are going to create a row. This will be the first row that we're going to set in our curlers. So just create a rectangular section there. Make sure you don't make it too thick, which I did end up doing here on my first try. So I'm just going to go ahead and narrow that down.
Now, new little girl, her name was B. Flirted with every man that she'd see. She flirted with a man called Mr. Keaton. She had a dress made down to her knees. She went to the river, she couldn't get across. She paid $5 for an old gray horse. Horse with a bull, she swapped it for bull. All you could hear the boys were saying, "Was you Lord, baby?" Everybody looking.
So now that we have our desired size there for that top section, we're going to start dividing it into smaller rows, and we're going to begin curling it. We're putting it into curlers. So you want to make sure that each of these smaller sections are no more than 1 inch to 1.5 inches in thickness, just so that each curler doesn't have too much hair rolled onto it. So we'll again be using our pillow rollers, and we are going to begin by spraying each section with our setting lotion solution. So go ahead and spray that down, and then I like to run either my fingers or a comb through my hair to make sure to evenly distribute that setting lotion to make sure that every strand is coated in it. And then once you're ready to start rolling your hair up, it's always great to start in the center, and then rolling in the end of the strand to just make sure that that is secured tightly. So go ahead and roll that and back in towards the root, and then you're gonna fold your rollers. we go, and you're gonna fold them on the part where the root is. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing the same for the next two sections.
Ever wake up in the morning feeling kind of blue? Have you ever felt so bad you didn't know what to do? That nothing but the low down left me by blue. I went up the river, I sat down and cried. They said
So after you're finished rolling that top section, we're gonna go on to the row below it. So go ahead and bring down that section of hair that we tied back. So it is too thick for one row, so I'm gonna go ahead and divide it in half, and basically you're gonna do the same thing we did at the very beginning and run our fingers through until we meet in the back. And again, just kind of try and gauge how thick each row is. You don't want it to be too thick again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and narrow that down a little bit more.
just like two friends. They go inside, inside, they got my love, but I ain't satisfied. I'm going to the river, take me a rocking chair. If the blues overtake me.
Okay, so once we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and just clip that top part of the hair and then tie the hair below it in a hair tie to kind of get it out of the way.
Better get a lock and key.
Okay, so now let's begin curling this section. So it's a bit different than the one above it because this one is a U-shaped section. You can begin on either side, but I prefer to start on the side that has less amount of hair. So the section of the side part with the with less hair, and that's going to be for me on my right side. Go ahead and start creating those smaller sections to roll up.
River into the sea. Now if my baby did
And I want to show you just so it's a little more easy to understand. You are going to start heading towards the back. Those curls are going to twist around, and then the other side, the curls are going to be coming forward. Again, creating that U shape.
oh, now I've got to cry it through. Now I've got to sigh it through. I'm going to find the girl I love today, and I love what she has to say. If you don't want me, jump in the deep blue sea. I know the shark and the fishes will make a fuss over me.
So after we're done rolling each section, I'm going to go over the direction that the curls are going in, just so we can kind of refresh our memory. So once we're done with that one, let me just show you. So that second row, so we headed back and then forward again in a U shape, and then that center row went backwards. So let's go ahead and start on the next row. So just let down that section of hair, and again, we're gonna be doing the same thing, but we're gonna start on the opposite side now. And the reason being is because we're gonna head back, around, and then towards the front. Again, I like starting on the one heading back first. And just for the sake of time, I'm gonna just show you the first roll here, and then we're gonna just skip ahead to the other side. Okay, so to refresh our memories, the center section went back, and then that second row went in that direction, the next row went in the alternating direction, and then the row below it, again, is gonna go in the alternating direction.
I'm looking for a place to call my home, not a fancy mansion or a bungalow for me. Everywhere I go I seem to find hanging off a door the same old sign. My heart beats slower when I read on the door, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. All along the line, same old sign waiting for me. No vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. And my heart beats slow when I read on the door, no vacancy.
Okay, so now we finished our U-shaped sections, and now we just have to roll up this small part in the back, and you're just going to be doing straight rows. So I'm going to show you there. I'm going to be going in that direction. So make sure that every curler is going in the same direction for that row.
Enemy sign, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. All along the line, same old sign waiting for me. No vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. And my heart beats slow and I read on the door, no vacancy.
Okay, and now we're gonna go in the opposite direction for that last part. So what I ended up doing is that row ended up being a little too thick, so I'm just gonna roll the very, very bottom on its own, and you don't have to worry about directions since it's the very end. It's gonna be underneath the rest of the hair, so just go ahead and again make sure that every curler in that row is going in the same direction.
And the fate removes that sign that's hanging on the door, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. All along the line, same old sign waiting for me. No vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. And my heart beats
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish off the very, very last section of the hair on the bottom there. And again, you don't have to worry about which direction it's going in. Just make sure to roll it up in make sure it's secured tight so that it doesn't come undone during the night. And I did notice that I had a rogue hair there that I forgot. To fix that, it's really, really easy. You just figure out which section it's supposed to go with, undo that curler, roll it back up, and you're good to go. So once we're done with that, I'm going to show you what I typically use when I go to bed. So here we go. So what I use is either this satin nightcap, which is great if you want that mushroom look, but if you want something that's a little more aesthetically pleasing, you can use a satin hair scarf, and I'll show you here how to tie that onto your head. So go ahead and just fold it a little less than halfway, and then turn it around, and you're going to be placing that on the back of the head, making sure that you have covered every single curler. Now bring those 2 strands to the front and just pull that little section forward a little bit. Now you're going to want to tie that in a nice tight knot, and then create a bow. Once you're done tying your bow, you're going to pull that back section forward a little bit, and then you're going to go around the bow and then tuck it in. And just to make sure that this hair scarf doesn't fall off during the night, I'm going to secure it down with some bobby pins. I place 2 in the front and 2 in the back. It can get a little tricky because your curlers will get in the way, but you just kind of have to feel around and figure out where exactly it can be placed. And if you're going to be doing this overnight, you don't have to worry too much about how long you're leaving it in, but you want to make sure that your hair stays up in its curlers for at least 8 hours or more if possible. So it looks like we are done, and we will come back in the morning and I'll show you how to brush out your curls. Okay, so now it is the next day, so I'm ready to take down my hair scarf and my curlers. I left my curlers in for as long as I could. I think I left them in for about 10 hours, but as long as you get at least 8, you should be good. So I like to start in the very, very back, so go ahead and just undo each one. And I think I mentioned before that these lovely satin hair rollers are fantastic because they're really, really easy to get out. So I like to take out a few and then run my fingers through it just to loosen up the curls. So you're just going to be doing that. Again, start in the bottom and then head towards the front. Like all our curlers are out, so just run your fingers through that last section, and I actually really love how my hair looks when it's in this style here, but let's continue. So I'm going to be using my Denman styling brush and start brushing beginning from the crown of the head down to the ends. To prevent frizz at the very end of your hair, I like to brush my curls together against my hand, so that will prevent your hair from kind of going crazy and becoming frizzy and going all over the place. So it'll mold it and shape it so that your hair is all going in one direction. So I'm going to be doing this throughout my hair just to begin with. As you can see, your hair is starting to take shape here, which is what I love about these alternating rows, is they create that beautiful form. So since it's really hard to see the back of the hair, what I like to do is just grab it all in one, like a ponytail, and just start brushing it all together. It just kind of helps mold the back a little bit more. I might be doing this a couple of times while I'm brushing out. So next, we are going to try and tame those little flyaways you see on the crown of your head there by using I like to use a teasing brush. So just smooth out the hair on top, and then eventually we'll keep those little flyaways down with some hairspray. Okay, next we're gonna help shape these curls a little bit better by using a duckbill clip. So you're gonna clip it right there where the hair curves. So clip it there so your hair stays in place, and then we're gonna start brushing the curls below it, and we're gonna start creating that little S curve. As you can see, these curls kind of already have that shape, but we're just helping them out a little bit. So you can see that little wave starts to form, and then you see that other curve. That's where you're going to place your next duckbill clip. And you can pull the hair in the middle between the clips forward just to exaggerate that S curve a little bit more. So we're just going to be repeating the same thing, and we're going to be using one more clip. So just keep brushing the hair out so that it starts to go in the same direction, and you start to see that S curve a little bit more.
Oh, mama, I know I've cooked my goose, but ain't no use. I've played it loose.
Okay, so I'm gonna focus on the other side really quick, which this is the smaller part of the side part. I just used one clip. There's not really much room to create too much of a curve, but as you can see, the hair is already doing it by itself naturally. Again, I'm gonna be brushing the back. You're gonna see me do this throughout the video. I like to go back to sections that I've already brushed just until I get that exact look that I want. So once I've sprayed that down, I'll go ahead and take out the duckbill clip, and I'm gonna go back to the other side and just try and fit in one more duckbill clip just to create more of that exaggerated S curve, which I absolutely love. So just kind of keep playing with it. You might have to brush, spray, reinsert the clip. It's just it's one of those things where after you've practiced it more, you'll get the hang of it, but I still don't get it perfect on the first try. It's time consuming, but you know what, I enjoy the process of doing this. So I went ahead and sprayed my hair. When you're spraying it, make sure that you not only get the top the curls, but also try and get underneath the curls and behind them, just so that all of it is secured in place. So once you think you have your desired curls, you're going to go ahead and take out your duckbill clips. Be very, very careful. It might tug on your hair. Sometimes it gets in the way, but it should be fine. And then just look and see if if the curls are exactly how you wanted them to be. I tend to actually go back and fix it even after I've taken out the duckbill clips, just because my hair kind of likes to do its own thing sometimes. But I mean, even if you just finished off now, it would still look really, really nice. But when you start styling your own hair, you start playing with it and just kind of figuring out exactly how you want it to look. So, you know, just do it up until you're completely satisfied with the waves. last minute finishing touches, just molding it a little bit there and spraying my hair all around. Again, try to get as much of the hair as possible. So let me go ahead and show you what it looks like all around. So I'm going to show you the back of the hair, and there you go. Voila, your beautiful vintage hairstyle. Thank you again for tuning into my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or recommendations for future videos, please let me know in the comments below. I am going to be linking everything that I used as far as products in the description box below. And I'll also have links to the music that was used in this video by the amazing California field workers. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you on the next video.